This week on the Digital Coffee, Facebook shopping is here. Yes, Facebook shops make it easier for businesses to make money selling their stuff. Twitter is changing the way that they display images, but don't worry, it's good news. And Facebook page admins, Facebook are giving you a new tool. All that and more after this. Good morning, and welcome to the Digital Coffee. This is your weekly dose of digital marketing and social media news for small business. My name is Amanda Webb. Selling products on Facebook just got easier. Yes, you could not have missed it. Facebook launched their new shop tool this week. And it's great because it is frictionless. By that, I mean it's very easy to complete the whole process on Facebook. You'll be able to set up a store. It will work on Facebook and Instagram exactly the same way. You don't need to do anything different. People will be able to click to browse products. They'll be able to choose from your store, add to their basket or their bag. And if you're in the United States, they'll actually be able to check out within Facebook. That's not available to the rest of us yet. But it means it's so much easier to buy directly from Facebook and actually directly from ads on Facebook. Let's have a look at it. There you go. There's a picture on Instagram. Somebody clicks, they go to the store, they choose what it is they want to buy, they add it to their bag and they check out. It's that simple. Yes, Facebook already have something like this, but it's a bit clunky. This is really easy to upload your products to. You can do it one product at a time, or you can upload a whole catalog. It integrates with things like Shopify as well. It's really pretty. It's really easy to use, but I do have a worry about this. I do have a worry about Facebook taking over commerce, because what if you get banned off Facebook, or what if something goes wrong? That means you've lost your entire income. And a lot of people know how that feels right now. You still need to have a website, in my humble opinion. So if you are setting up something like this, think of it as a stopgap. Think of it as an add-on to your website, but don't abandon your plans for a website altogether. No more big, ugly images on Twitter. Yay! A couple of years ago, Twitter changed the way that you add images on mobile. So that's if you're actually creating the image on mobile. You had this swipe, it opened up a thing that was like the Instagram camera. You take your photo, it would put this big ugly colored bar over it where you were supposed to compose your tweet that nobody actually ever looked at. They only looked at the image, and then it was this big, chunky, ugly, horrible thing, in my opinion, in the feed. Thankfully, Twitter have given it the heave-ho. I don't think it's gone for good. I do think we are going to see it reappear in their versions of stories, which is going to be called fleets, but it's great to see it out of the feed. So we're going back to basics. Thank you, Twitter. And this is the tweet from Twitter talking about it. So there's no longer that large image. You'll be able to upload or take 4 images or 4 videos per tweet. But the really good news is the return of replying with a video. I was actually pretty annoyed when this feature went, because replying to somebody's tweet with a video is a really good way to build a stronger relationship with those people. So I used that a few times to say thank you to people when they did something nice. I went out of my way to record a personalized video for them, and I still have made friends with some of those people over time. So when it disappeared, it didn't make sense. It is back. You can now reply again with video. Plus, they have added retweet with a video. So now you'll be able to retweet as a quoted tweet, and you'll be able to add a video to it as well. So well done, Twitter, for giving us those features back. TikTok has installed a new CEO. Wait, this isn't a business show. This is about marketing. Why am I talking about a new CEO? Well, interestingly, he's American. He's not just American. He's Kevin Mayer, who used to work for Disney, worked for Disney right up until TikTok headhunted him and stole him. And he was behind the launch of Disney Plus. Why does it matter that he's American? Well, before I tell you that, the second piece of information is Byte Music, which is the parent company of TikTok, has moved themselves and all their companies to the Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands is a tax haven, but it's also not China. And that has been the big problem for TikTok. It is the thing that was going to stunt their growth, because both the American government and the UK government have stopped military personnel and their families from using TikTok because, as a Chinese company, they had to, by law, share their data with the Chinese government if they asked. So it seemed like a security threat to them. And honestly, it was one of the things that made me feel a little bit uncomfortable about the company. So now, having moved their company, or at least by name only, to the Cayman Islands, they're no longer a Chinese company. They will no longer have to do that. By hiring an American CEO, who is brilliant, don't get me wrong, they've hired a good guy and they're paying him a lot of money, they are also going to be able to ingratiate themselves with the American government, and I imagine at some stage the UK government. So this could be the thing that gets rid of that block that is stopping TikTok grow. In fact, I might even have another look at it. Instagram are officially allowing all users to share their Instagram live broadcast to IGTV. I went and tested it. Even I have this, and I never use Instagram. I tested this with a Facebook Live yesterday, an Instagram Live yesterday, to see what would happen. Here it is. So at the end of the broadcast, you now have three options. You used to be able to delete the video or share it to, or download it onto your phone. But now you have the option to share it to IGTV. And this is great because it gives you the opportunity to get more traction on that live broadcast, because live broadcasts only last 24 hours on Instagram. So now you're almost repurposing it into IGTV, where people can browse it again and again and again over time. But I'm going to say, don't share every single Instagram live you do to IGTV. If you just had a ramble or a chat, you don't need to put that onto IGTV, but do use it for your really strong and important pieces of content. So something like this, if you do a live show every week, that could be good. Or if you do an interview with someone, that's really useful. If you're sharing tips or tutorials, that sort of thing is going to be really valuable to IGTV users. I do think we're going to see a flood of content, and possibly bad content, coming into IGTV as a result of this. But I also think it could be an opportunity just to get more eyes on the content that you're spending time on there. One of the problems with Twitter has always been trolls and not nice commentary. I'm trying to put that tactfully. So if you've ever tweeted something and it's got a little bit out of hand with the conversation, so some people are contributing well to the conversation, but then some people are just being annoying, or at worst they're harassing you, you're going to love what Twitter are doing. Twitter are giving you, and they're actually testing it now, because I know I've talked about it before, they're going to give you the option to choose from 3 different ways people can reply to your tweets when you set up the tweet. Let's have a look at that. So this is what it looks like. You can see that there are 3 options that everyone can reply to your tweet, that just the people you follow can reply to your tweet, or just the people you tag in your tweet can reply to your tweet. And this could be so useful. So I'm assuming here that you are only following people who are significant to your target market on Twitter, either people who may be your customers or the people that influence them. And in that case, it could be really good to enable that option for the people that you're following, so that you can get a really good conversation going around topics that it would help you to know about for your marketing and for your business. The second option I really like, that the person that you've tagged or the people you have tagged are going to be the only people that are able to reply to your tweet. So this could be great for a Twitter interview, for example, without getting a mess in the way in the middle of it. Or it could be really good if you wanted to do a group discussion that other people can watch and see what's going on. There's so much potential for content here, and I'm going to be really interested to see how businesses use it. But let's have a look, because Twitter have cheekily tweeted a couple of things this week to show you how it would work. This is a tweet from Twitter saying, reply to this if you want to be verified. And of course, you can't reply because they haven't tagged anyone, and they've got the setting as the only people that are tagged can reply. As you can see, the reply button or the reply icon is slightly grayed out. And if you do try and click it, this pops up. Tells you who can reply to that tweet. So it makes you aware, actually, you can't do it because they've set it so that only people they mentioned in the original tweet can reply. So cheeky Twitter, but a fun way of showing you how it works. I'm going to look forward to see how businesses use this. Do let me know if you've got any ideas. If you've ever put a video up on Facebook and it's been taken down because it was playing music in the background, or if you've had a bit of a Facebook or Instagram video muted because there was music playing in the background, this is going to be good news, because Facebook have started to reveal some of the secrets about their licensing for music, about how you can actually use music on Facebook, on Instagram, without your posts being deleted. It's fascinating to me that they're telling us just these little bits, and these little snippets are quite revealing. They won't tell us everything, which is weird. Firstly, this is interesting. You can add music clips to stories. No problem at all. Don't know why. I was thinking it was only because it was a 15-second clip, but you could do a whole series of them and play a whole song. But you can do that. That's allowed. Even curiouser, you can do a live broadcast of a band, and that's all right as well. No problem. They're not going to take it down. What you can't do is you can't put up a video where there is no visual element. So if you just had a musical track playing in the background and it was just a blank screen, or I'm imagining they could be quite liberal about that as well. If there is things on the screen, but they're not quite visual, they're going to get rid of that. They say, no, that is not the way you're allowed to use it. To be safe, they tell you to use short clips. So there's obviously something in there about the length of the clips of music that you're allowed to, that they are licensed to use on Facebook. So that's it. In summary, you can use music in stories. You can use music if you are recording a band live, and you can also use music as long as it's a short clip and there's some sort of visual element to it. Is that any clearer? It's interesting, isn't it? Because if you watched the show last week, you'll know that TikTok took away music from business accounts. And I'm waiting to see, does this apply to business accounts or just personal accounts? Facebook has given group admins a new tool. If you are a group admin for a large group, you will know it can be really hard to manage all those notifications you get, to stay on top of all the conversation threads. And this can lead to things like harassment. It can lead to threads getting out of control. It can get conflict can happen. All these things are problems that you will experience if you have a large group. And that's why Facebook is giving you a new tool called alerts. With alerts, let's get that up on screen. With alerts, you'll be able to set up an alert for if a post gets a lot of comments. So you'll know that that post is a popular post. You need to go in and check on it. You can also set up alerts if it gets a lot of reactions, and you can even set those up for a specific reaction. So maybe the angry face, if something's getting a lot of angry faces, you're going to need to check in on that post and see why people are angry. And thirdly, and probably best, is that you'll be able to get alerts to see if a comment on a post is getting a lot of replies. Because of course, when that happens inside a conversation, you can often miss that there is this whole thread of conflict or weirdness or nastiness or spamminess going on. I love the idea of this tool. I think it's going to make Facebook group admins' lives a lot easier, and that can only be good.